First, to the community, the coalition of activists here in Oakland, and as well the coalition of activists in Los Angeles, California. We as a family, from our heart, thank you for just standing with us, supporting us, embracing us, loving us, coming to court with us, crying with us, and allowing our voice to be heard through you, utilizing your First Amendment right to speak to the injustice of police brutality in our community as well as across the United States. We owe much love, and we thank you for that. It's been a long, hard road, but there's chapters in this war. This is just the ending of a new beginning. The battle is just getting started. This involuntary manslaughter verdict is not what we wanted, nor do we accept it. We still stand firmly on the fact that second-degree murder should have been the verdict. And we're strategizing now in efforts to bring about some real serious charges from the Department of Justice. And to this letter that was not addressed to Wanda Johnson, Cephus Mehserle, or Tatiana, Oscar's daughter, or even to us as a family, this letter, and let's be clear, was not addressed to us. It was addressed to the public. He states in the very beginning of the letter, please get this message to the public. I didn't see my name, my sister's name, Tatiana's name, Cephina's name nowhere at the title of that letter. So it's very painful to hear that the media portray this as a letter of apology to the family of Oscar Grant. We're not entitled or titled in that letter as if it was coming to us. Let's be clear. This is a letter that was purposely designed to influence the judge as well as the jurors to bring about what he got. Sadly to say, we're not buying it as a letter of apology to us.
That's right.
And the public does not believe it as we don't.
That's right.
And if I could just talk about a couple of things about this letter. He states in this letter that because of the public and death threats on his life, he wanted to have some form of dialogue and couldn't, and had to leave the state. Well, he's incarcerated, and he could write a letter. He could have wrote a letter when he was in, what was it, Reno? On the run, or Napa? Or Tahoe? You know what I'm saying? If he truly meant that he was sorry. He could write this letter after he served 14 years in prison, and then maybe we may believe he's truly sorry.
Right.
He talks about in this letter how he put his hand on the bullet wound of Oscar's back to stop the bleeding. Well, I don't know if anybody in this public, and I'm sure, because I didn't see it, where he did that. What I did see in the video, because we know that speaks to the essence of what happened, was that he put his knee in the bullet hole of Oscar. And then proceeded to handcuff him.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Tell the truth.
Those are the facts. And if he had an expert witness, as he testified, that Mehserle cannot remember everything that occurred because of this so-called expert testifying on his behalf. Well, how can he remember these details now in a letter? I mean, you can't have it both ways. And we need to take a look at that. And it's real important that the media portray this as it really is. This letter was not addressed to Wanda Johnson, Cephus Mehserle, Oscar's daughter Tatiana, or the Grant family. I'm going to leave the letter alone, because it's not addressed to us. But I did want to point out those facts that the media seemed to think that this letter was coming to us. And how do we feel about it? This is a ploy. The family feels like this. Just like he faked a cry on the stand.
Come on.
He's sending out a fake letter to the public. And nobody's fooled by this letter.
That's right.
And if Minister Muhammad, I would love for him to address this letter because there's not much more I can say to it, but for the simple fact that it's garbage.
All right. All right.